Welcome back to the Grill Zebo. Last week when I was at work, I was talking to one of my engineer buddies, Andy Peugeot, about my Grand Champ XD and how I was having an issue with the grease drain. What I did was I lifted up the wheels, the firebox side of my smoker to get that grease drain, but it kind of threw off my convection a little. So he thinks he came up with a solution for me. What he did was he cut some 20-inch long steel slats. Each one of these are 1/16 of an inch thick. And he said to lift up the other end of it 1/16 at a time and see if I can get that convection back and still get the grease drain. So each one of these, I got 3 for each side, and we're going to go 1/16 of an inch at a time and see if I can alleviate the issue I have with my convection and still get the grease drain. So in the meantime, what we're going to do, we're going to be cooking some boneless beef ribs because we're going to make some stroganoff later on. So let's get started. Let me get in the video and let's show you what I did. Now, as you can see, I've got 6 of these slats, those 1/16 of an inch slats. I got 6 of them underneath there. So that basically means that I've got that wheel lifted up 3/8 of an inch. That lifts up the back of my cook chamber 3/8 of an inch. So I mean, I'm getting that grease drain, but I'm still having an issue with my convection. So, well, hello, kitty baby. So we're going to put them underneath the front side over there and see if we can level it out a little bit. Still get the grease drain, but fix that convection. So let's get started. I think I'm going to go with 1/8 of an inch. I'll let this down and see how that works. And I picked up a bag of this Jealous Devil lump charcoal, and I got me some of these Jealous Devil boom fire starters. I heard about them through a buddy of mine at My Porch Barbecue. I'll put a link to his site in the description. You can check him out too. He's got a lot of good stuff. Now you can see down in there, I just started loading up the chimney, and we got some big chunks and some little chunks. So this is pretty mixed bag of stuff that we got in here. Anyway, we're going to load it up and see how it does. I'm just going to start with one of these. I think it's going to be okay. I think it'll work just fine. A little cherry bomb. Now what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to leave that door, that firebox door closed, but just open that vent about halfway. And I'm going to leave my smokestack all the way open. See how that convection does. Now while I got those coals going out there, I'm going to season these beef ribs with some of this dry buttermilk ranch dressing stuff. We got about a half pack left over, maybe a little less than that. I'm going to hit these with a little black pepper too. And we're going to go with a little dill. Dill weed. It'll give us some tang, a little pop in the stroganoff. Not a whole lot. We're just going to do one side. It gets a little bit of flavor on there. I don't know if you can see in there, but that little Jealous Devil fire starter's still going. I was able to get inside and season all that meat, and that thing's still going. We got some good coals going on inside there too. You can see them through the holes. We got some good flames on that Jealous Devil lump. Only using one of those boom fire starters. Okay, I let that fire burn for a little while, and on the right side we're looking at almost 380, and on the left side we're looking at about 320, so we're about 60 degrees off. But I'm getting some grease drain, so I think I'm going to go up another 1/16 of an inch. Okay, I've let the flames die out. On the right side we're looking at about 290. Over on the left side, we're looking at about 270. So we're within 20 degrees. Time to put the meat on. Alright, so I added a good sized dollop of some beef tallow, some of that Wagyu tallow, and then a can of beef broth. Got the beef ribs in the foil and stuck it back on the heat. Looks like I got some good convection going on here. I'm about 210 on the right, just around 200 on the top, 175 on the left, but the middle where I got my Inkbird probe, we're right at 210. I think we're right on the money. I've got some good grease drainage going on. I think we're set. 3/16 riser. Okay, for this last hour, I turned the oven on 300 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up in some foil, let it braise in the oven in all that beef broth and that beef tallow. We're just gonna let it braise till it gets probe tender. Then we're gonna get those noodles ready while this rests. And we're gonna have some dinner tonight. 199, we're up to 200. Pretty darn close. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and let these rest and get those noodles going. Now it says you use a cup of water, but I'm using a cup of that beef stock that I made. Well, my wife closes the door. I'm gonna make the gravy, baby. Just using a beef stroganoff flavor packet.